I was like that earlier.
Just a quick question. Is that the beef hot dog? Because it doesn't taste. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It does. Yeah, it doesn't, you know.
I don't think he changed brands. I don't believe so.
Is it the large jumbo beef hot dog?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Really?
that's it.
Okay. It tastes a little like not like beef.
Yeah,
You know?
he didn't change our beef dogs, did he? Yeah.
Okay. Did you think maybe it got mixed up or something?
That's the only one we have, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to try something different?
It's the beef. I really come here for the beef one, and it just doesn't.
Yeah, that's our that's regular Nathan's.
You finish your whatever you
Yeah,
break.
well, I have somebody at the window. Yeah, but those are the. Like that's the only one of those ones we get in. While we get a hot dog, let's try it. Yeah, these are the Nathan's. I don't think he changed brands. I don't have the box for.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try a burger or something?
Yeah, take care of them. We'll get it straightened out. I like the beef ones. Doesn't taste like the beef ones. No. What am I gonna do?
I mean, we normally deep fry those because they get rubbery. If we let them sit on the grill, they get
Yeah,
rubbery.
just the taste is not like, like I only eat the beef ones. That's why it tastes like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like the all beef ones. Yeah.
I don't like. I don't think he changed the brand. We don't
Right.
really on it because
Okay.
here in the morning.
Right. Because there's nothing on the package, right? So,
On the main box, yeah.
yeah,
I wrote yours.
no biggie.
You said soup? That's the only thing you need over there?
We're a little fried and all that, right?
Yeah, jerky.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, if anybody asks about that soup, tell them it's terrible. It didn't even taste like shrimp at all.
Oh, really?
Not any bite.
No, she gave me new ones, no. I didn't look like everybody for a minute, but,
I didn't taste anything. It was corn.
yeah, there's that one. I just heated that one up. How about, you like chicken? We have really good chicken sandwiches.
I really look forward to the hot dogs. What is your regular hot dog like?
It's beef and pork.
Yeah, that tastes like a mixture there. Like I said, I never leave a hot dog, and I don't know, maybe you could tell from the inside or something.
Yeah.
Just looking at it, I don't know.
Yeah, I like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He normally.
Yeah. I got a few minutes. Let me decide
Okay,
something. 'Cause
my name's
I
Debbie.
would-
Just holler and just say, hey, I'm
Holler, Debbie, Debbie.
Yeah, I'll say, shut up, shut the hell up. Like Walter from Jeff Dunham.
Okay. We'll figure something out because I was gonna go over there for dessert, and I just love the beef hot dogs. Like,
Yeah.
I normally have a couple of
Yeah,
them.
if I see, he's actually off today, but next
Yeah,
time I see
I
him,
don't
I'll
wanna
ask him
see-
if he
yeah,
changed
yeah,
plans.
just,
He might have, it's hard telling.
It makes a difference,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, once you're used to the beef, like you can't have anything else. For the kids, you could probably swing it, give it to the kids, but like for me, it just gotta have that taste. And I know it's not cheap. I don't mind paying more for it, but that was like,
Not the same.
not at all.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him when I see him.
Okay.
He just had it, he said he didn't taste it, he didn't put all of it, but there's a lot more in it. Chicken fries?
I don't know.
I'll get that started, they take about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me think. I'm not super hungry, but there's a million trucks ahead of me on the mail, and I figured I would get dinner out of the way.
Yeah.
I thought you were joking about the soup, but you were serious about it?
Terrible.
Really? Okay, I just had a problem with the hot dog.
Huh?
I just had a problem with the beef hot dog. It didn't taste like beef.
You have anything to drink?
Just been having coffee.
Juice cream?
Yes.
What time you working till, Deb?
11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be here for a little while.
Yep.
Sometimes you sort of break. I was gonna say. It's a long time.
We'll leave at 10, we'll go even.
What a dealer you
I'll
are.
tell you, wheel and deal, man. I got this all worked out.
Put a smile on both of your faces. I saw you got the sausage and peppers with onions.
Yeah, that's it.
You
Those
think?
are, those are
Yeah,
good. They come
okay.
up from little kids to them. I mean, if you like spicy to me.
I don't mind it, but I might, something like that could probably replace that, I
I
think.
like spicy, but I like the taste when I'm eating.
Right.
They have the right.
They don't have a mild one, or is it over the top?
Yeah, it's all, to me, they're more like a mild. But I like spicy, so that's why I
Right.
tell everybody.
Okay, I might give it a shot, What's the worst I could do? Start making a lot of strange noises over here?
So the camera, that's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every once in a while, though, there is a hot one in there. I don't know if it's the way they mix it from all.
Could be, yeah.
Some get mixed up.
Yeah.
But I had a couple people say, oh, the crap is that hot.
Yeah, does it,
Normally they're mild, mild to hot. I mean,
yeah.
I like
So
spicy
no-
too, and we were at a place down at Butler, it's a buffet, but it's Chinese, American, and these spicy shrimp. There's like 10 of us, and everybody got the shrimp to try it, and I'm eating it, and I'm like, it's a little spicy, and everybody had one on their fork to the dime, because they don't like that.
Wow,
that
wow.
much. So I said to my sister, I said, what's wrong with me is, if you're warning us it's spicy, he said, it's gotta be spicier than I like. I have to put it in there until you give it a try.
my sister's the same way. I made barbecue pork one time for picnic. barbecue, but it was like a smoked barbecue. She just had a little into it, but she doesn't anything. Black pepper, my daughter ate it.
I had these really bad stomach pains back in April, and I ended up in the hospital, and they said it was diverticulosis. And I have a bad back, and I had been taking ibuprofen, and they said that would have probably triggered it. But they also said coffee, spicy food, and alcohol. And I said, when all the tests that were done, and I was getting ready to be discharged, I said, what am I going to do about this now that they made me feel better? They said, well, no coffee, no spicy food, no alcohol, no ibuprofen. I said, might as well just kill me because
Yeah, just
what
shoot
else
me.
is there for me?
Huh. I would have said, where's the nearest bridge?
Yeah, I have nothing else to live for.
You were talking about the Chinese buffet. I ate at one place, I'll never forget, it was Lodi, New Jersey. And I think I was with a cousin of mine or something. Anyway, we were eating and they had shrimps and stuff. They didn't know that the black thing is, but I don't know if I ate that because I didn't think about it, and I had, and I just was calling for, I just kept coughing and coughing, and I had like 3-4 glasses of water. That thing just took me off guard. I didn't anticipate it. I didn't see it, but I realized that that's one of the hot things in there. So you just have to be careful. They're not clear really. They really need to go red or something when you're at, especially buffet where you're serving yourself.
That's what ours does up here. They'll have black and white tags.
Uh-huh.
And it's really hot to have it in red.
Right. Okay. That's good. And a lot of times they mix up the food, and the tag doesn't match what the food is in there. Yeah.
Usually it's when they're switching like lunch to dinner.
Because sometimes you look at the food, I really don't know what it is.
And then my brother, he said the same thing. Boy, that is spicy, but he'll get that wasabi on the sushi thing. and I
Oh,
think
that's the mustard, the hot. Yeah.
That's amazingly hot to me. I wouldn't do that. I mean, to me,
Wasabi, I think they call it. Yeah. Wow.
We have a Mexican restaurant in town, and I got, it was the chef's special, but it had shrimp and that in it. And I told him, I said, this is the first time that I can actually say I did not like the dinner. And he goes, what was wrong with it? I said, it was so hot. I had no idea what I was eating.
Wow.
I mean, I ate it, but I said, you said you should have said something. I said, well, I was hungry and you were busy. I said, so they did give me half off the next one I came.
Oh,
for.
okay.
But
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like you see people just going crazy with the hot, they'll put the hot stuff on pizza, like it's like they're more into the hot, spicy, and they can eat it because if it's not, they can't eat it or they don't enjoy it. Let me say as much. So that's kind of weird. Like you said, it was too hot. You didn't know what you were eating, but you knew it was spicy. So,
I like always used to put those red pepper flakes on everything.
oh yeah.
And somebody that I knew worked with my neighbor. Had an Amish horse.
Amish. Uh-oh.
And he had a Cavalier, and it landed on top, and it just crushed it down. And he broke his neck and his back. Got a 1,200-pound animal laying
Wow.
and falling on you.
Oh my goodness.
And, so they had a benefit, a spaghetti benefit for
Right.
it. So they had bought a case of those little bottles of the pepper flakes.
Right, they like at pizzerias or
Yeah.
something they'll use on.
And they had them one on each table. And so at the end of the night, the one lady was helping clean. She goes, what are we going to do with all these leftover pepper
Right.
flakes? Somebody goes, oh, just throw them on. And I go, nope, throw them right here. Put them right back in the bowl.
Wow.
Took me a good year to use them on left.
Really, you did? Amazing. I had a load one time in Louisiana. It was a hot sauce thing. The guy gave me like 50 cases extra. I think the expiration date was or something. I don't know why. No, but he was like, you want it? And he gave me so many. I took them. And I don't even eat that, but I gave them away. And there's people that love them. And because they're expensive little bottles, you know.
Last year, I grew what they call Anaheim peppers. That's what it was tagged as anyway.
Okay.
We said lettuce, onion, and mayo.
Lettuce, onion, tomato.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew these things, and they were like the kind of like the yellow banana pepper, only a bigger pepper.
Right. And what'd you say the name of it was?
Anaheim.
Anaheim. Sounds like California.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it was so freaking fun. So I stopped down at the neighborhood.
Are they small or
No,
large?
it's big.
Because they say the smaller the pepper,
Right.
the more kick it's
Well,
gonna
I
have.
didn't know if this was tagged wrong, but all the
Oh.
ones in that batch had the same tag. So
Right.
I was like looking
Uh-huh.
to get the nicest ones, you know.
Right, right, right.
And my neighbors, they had a yard sale, so I walked on, and I said, because I knew they liked hot peppers, I said,
Right.
well, grab any hot peppers. And he goes, yeah, he said, we get a few. He said, nothing to put up. And I said, I'm gonna bring you a bag of done. I said, I can't eat them.
Right.
I said, they're just way too much for me, but I didn't want to just throw them away.
Okay.
So I gave them a big bag, and he said, man, he says, I ate them, he said, but it was tough. He said,
Wow.
I can't put them with something else. He couldn't
Gotcha.
do them.
Now, where did you grow them at? Because you said Anaheim. I'm thinking California.
Oh, no, I live up the road.
Oh, really? Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, that was, I don't know if they'll be like that next year. I didn't grow any this year. I had,
You have to plant them or the seeds or something?
I brought a bunch of plants.
Okay, okay. Gotcha.
I live by where there's a lot of Amish houses.
Okay, okay.
So they always have
A little something there. Nice, nice. Hey, I hope your back or your nerve, pinched nerve feels better, okay? You're
Good night.
welcome.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Have a good night.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, ma'am. What'd you wind up getting? Chicken? Chicken sandwich, yeah. Yeah, Debbie's gonna cook me from scratch sausage and peppers and onions and all that good. She's gonna go out in the back and slaughter the meat and get the grill out there going.
Fly a couple trucks out there.
Oh my goodness. I feel so special.
I should be home with the mill up there. We've got so many trucks out of the door I want to load out of.
Oh, really?
I left. I went and finished my Christmas shopping. Came back. Still, there's just as many trucks there as there was when I left.
Oh, and this is right by your house?
It's just up the road.
Road, yeah,
And
yeah.
I live about 20 miles from there.
What do they make at that mill?
It's a steel mill.
Oh, steel mill, okay.
But it's the end of the month and we're going to be
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's not going to be open. So.
It's funny because my last load that I picked up was at a metals place, and I guess it was all scrap metals, and they put them in the 55-gallon drums, no lid on them, overfilled. They didn't even secure the pallets. They had it on there. Then they had these long bars wrapped in front and back. So the guy, you know, you wait in your truck and you get loaded. So he's got me signing a paper, but I have to come back to close the doors. So something he said made me like, what? He goes, oh, if you're gonna strap them, I'm like, it's not. I said, come show me. So he left the door open. I came on there. Nothing was secured. Absolutely. He had 12 pallets of 55-gallon drums of all this metal. That it looked like you sneezed, that were going to start falling out of it. That's how overfull it was. So long story short, we wound up having to reject that load because that was, I'm a 53-foot dry van, you know, with the swing doors. That's more of a load for like a flatbed. So
I'm
they,
going to hold it on my flatbed.
oh, you drive too? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a friend of mine years ago
Uh-huh.
almost got killed with a load like that.
Really? I thought I was over ringing the bell about, no.
They loaded him, and they had loaded him a lot of times. I mean,
Right,
it was a
right,
regular
right.
stop.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't think anything of it. But
Uh-oh.
he said it was the first load. He never watched him load and checked everything, and he was home in the van.
Uh-huh.
And he went down this hill, and there was a real, it's a hard turn. It's not
Sure,
sharp, but
sure.
it's just a hard turn. And he said next thing he knew, he felt everything going bump, 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 and it just took him right over.
Oh my God. You know, this load was just outside of Boston. So coming through Pennsylvania here, we wound up coming empty because my boss is going to get another load here, and I felt bad about that. But I just tell you, like they didn't do it on purpose. You could tell, like the loaders, they have flatbeds there, and they just loading it up because their body hour, and they got it on there, and they think their job is done once you're loaded and stuff, and.
You can't park that.
Oh, no, but I'm a 53.
But I mean, even, on a flatbed, you don't want to box that.
No, but see, they didn't secure it. What if they were smart? If they do that, what they could do is they could have made special pallets cut out with a pallet. The drum falls inside the pallet. Maybe use 2 pallets. That would have stabilized it from tipping. But
He's banded it.
yeah, they didn't ban nothing. Well, you know what was shocking? They put wood on the floor and nailed it and just laid the rods on top of it. So they had it in the front, which wasn't so bad because it's close to it, but there was a space. And then to the back with the drums in the middle. I put it on my YouTube channel. So it's just crazy. Like my boss, he was like, he never saw nothing like that because we normally don't haul that kind of stuff. But sometimes, you're in a spot, you want to take a load and you're not familiar. And I'm just, thank God, I wasn't in my lazy mood. And I went in the back and literally walked in and said, because it, kind of dark, I brought the flag. So I knew right away. I took pictures, sent it to my boss, and he saw. And the broker was trying to get them. They were like, what if we shrink wrap it? I'm like, shrink wrap it? But nothing. The drum on the pallets, 12 of them, 6 and 6 in the middle of the truck. And I'm telling you, like the stuff was ready to fall out. Just all kinds of metal stuff. And he was telling me those drums were like 1,500 pounds each. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than that because how metal. And initially, when I looked at it, I thought it was aluminum, But it turned out to be almost 43,000 pound load. It's really crazy. So how far do you normally drive? I'm sorry if I'm interrupting you when you're eating.
I used to do local now.
Okay.
Been one for 36 years, so I used to go everywhere.
Yeah, I'm out of Florida, but I do like Cali to here. He's opportunistic, try to get the right load paying and stuff. So it keeps busy. My last load was out of Cali. I was in Long Beach all the way up to Mass. So it was just over 3,000 miles. Yeah. So that'll be pretty good. But sometimes it's not consistent because of the freight. I had a load of solar panels a couple weeks ago, and we got there and it was a unionized work spot. They were telling, we only do 12 trucks a day. I was number 5, but little crap went. I followed the escort and it ran me off the road because the road cracked. It's not a truck road. So the pavement cracked and the rear end slid into the ditch. So then I got delayed. We had to get a wrecker to lift the back like on ice road truckers. The guy had the trailer loaded with 40,000 pounds, swing and put it back on the ground there. So got lucky, but then it was a Friday. They didn't unload me till Tuesday. Yep. So, and that area of Indiana off of 69, the interstate, there's not a lot of truck stops. And the truck stops that were there, they don't have truck parking, or there was 1 or 2 that says you can't park overnight. So they had hundreds of spots, but city ordinance, they don't want any truckers by. So that was a nightmare for like 4 days, I had to drive 30 miles away to find something to park.
I liked my time when I ran the road, but the first 4.5 years I did a van.
Oh yeah.
I worked at Falcon Transport, which was out of Youngstown here. We
Right.
hauled predominantly car parts. But you get
Just on time?
and it was just on time for us, but not for them.
Okay.
I mean, we would get there on time,
Right.
like 6, 8, 10 hours
Yeah.
later, you're still sitting there waiting on load. I hated that. And once we got extra trailers there, so we had some extra trailers.
Do
like
dropping
one-
hooks.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
go and get general freight coming back. Because usually we brought the empty containers, racks, or the bins.
Right. Been there, done that.
Yeah, and it got to be that I went in there and I caught how many trucks there. And GM used to let us use their cafeterias and their showers.
Right.
And I guess that made them feel better about making us wait there for 10 to 12
Sure,
hours.
sure.
But once I got some sleep and I was ready to go, I wanted to go.
Right.
And that's when I always grabbed something else. And I don't regret going to flatbed.
Be my gas.
Wow.
This
Yeah.
today wait is furious.
Wow.
I don't usually wait at all.
See, kind of like with the flatbed, obviously you got to keep yourself active because you got to tar and make sure you got to keep tighten and load. So the lazy part for me on the dry van is usually if it's sealed, maybe the most you got to do is put some straps towards the back if they're all the same, or the load bars, and it's sealed up. You don't have to stress, did somebody mess with your cargo? Did they steal something? Or because I've seen even, excuse me, products like onions and stuff, or sealing roof panels, the tiles and stuff like that. So you always got to be careful, on it. But I know it pays more and stuff. And if you don't mind doing the extra work, extra responsibility, and tighten, I guess it could be good.
Yeah, I actually, I don't remember, let's say about 2001.
Okay.
I quit driving very far.
Okay.
And I own my own truck, so.
Okay.
And I live someplace in the interstate.
Right.
I can just come home,
That's nice.
But then, this one place out in Arkansas we used to run to quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Went in there one day, and my dispatcher said, "You're not gonna like this." He said, "When Maverick Transport come in, cut the rate."
Oh, but they usually haul glass.
They were hauling steel.
Oh, wow.
They're hauling pipe. That's what I was really pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "What is it?" I forget what it was, but it was by the mile. And we used to go down. Pick up like 45,000 for a really good rate. Bring
Really?
it right back here to Hummel.
Okay.
And we loaded here, and we took it straight down.
Nice.
We had maybe 150 Gillies emptied out in West Tennessee, somewhere, Memphis,
Right.
Henderson, Jackson, somewhere around there, and then we just bunched across to Lakeville. And now they want, they're getting paid, they're paying you by the mile. Now they want to put, how much can you haul?
Wait, get more on
They
it.
want to
Yeah.
put as much as they can
Sure.
because it's going to pay.
Same. Right.
I took the shortest load they had, and that was up to Mishawaka by Chicago,
Wisconsin.
towards Chicago.
Right.
And then I got a good load coming back, and that was my last trip to Blakeville. But now my terminal was telling me about a month ago that I happened to see Blakeville on the board. I said, "What do we do in Blakeville?" She says, "Oh, we've been hauling a lot of stuff out of there." And I go, "Really?" I said, "I used to like going down there." But it was kind of funny. We'd go down there, we'd empty out early in Tennessee.
Right.
Bonds across there, and we used to go to a place that was actually called Maverick G, which is funny because Maverick was hauling, wanted to haul it. And they didn't load it till the third shift. So what we would do is drop the trailer. They would actually load it.
Nice. Okay.
And all we had to do was secure it. And then we could just leave. And it would just sit there, whether we wanted to leave at 5 at night or 10 at night, whatever.
Okay.
Well, just down the street, there was a Walmart and a Shoney's, and a Shoney's always had their breakfast buffet.
Yeah. They were one of the first ones with that.
And it was attached to a motel that had a gym on it. So I went over and I asked this guy at the motel, I said, I know you usually rent out like late afternoon till morning. I said, is there any chance of getting a room for like 8 hours during the day? And he looked at me and he goes, ma'am, he said, we're not that kind of a motel.
Oh my God.
We
Wow.
had a second for that to settle in.
Right, right,
I
right.
was livid after that. I
It's
said,
crazy.
I'm going to explain something to you.
Right.
I said, we get here about 10 o'clock.
Right, right.
And we'd have to sleep in our trucks
Right.
or amuse ourselves in some way.
Right,
I
sure.
said, it'd be nice if we had someplace to take a nap, a shower, then a nice pool. I said, use your amenities, and then we can leave like 10 o'clock at night or whatever, 10 o'clock at night. And he rented me a room. And then he rented another friend of mine that used to go down there, and pretty soon he was renting like 5 or 6 rooms a day,
Right.
just by the day.
That,
you know,
right, so that's
instead of-
extra money
Yeah.
for him,
So-
unless you're sold out. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny because he thought I was using it for nefarious.
No, the way the hotel industry is like, they like to have the one shift of cleaning crew, basically, unless they have 2 shifts, and they try to get it all done. But see, I think they should rent the room like by the hour, like, or 12-hour intervals. So now you could rent the same room maybe twice a day, kind of, or twice in 36 hours, you know?
Travelers would just want
Of
a place to
course.
lay their head.
So if you do that, it'd be easier because, so, you know, it's easier if you have extra rooms. So if you still have that one shift of cleaning crew, they could, if they're able to clean them all. But I think that would be the best. You know, I don't see why like a truck stop wouldn't have that, where they'll have rooms, you know, where you could park, you know, and even if it's like, you see how the showers normally are, like a mini room like that. It doesn't have to be, you know, a whole thing. It's just where you could lay down, you could shower, you have your bathroom, and that's it. I don't even care about a TV, to be honest with you, you know. So like a micro room like that, I think it would do real good. And if they rented them out for $30 or $40, I think it was great because you're paying almost $20 just to shower at a truck stop. So here you're able to lay down and, you know, and use a bathroom. So I think something like that, and it could be time intervals.
Oh, yeah.
I stayed at one of those out west, they were called a microtel.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Microtel. I remember the name.
Yeah, and it was, all it was, you had a bed, you had a.
Are you
shower.
serious? I was just talking like that. Wow. What did they charge you?
This was probably 15 years ago. It was, I want to say $35.
Okay, because I used to see them. I didn't know it was actually a micro room like that.
It was, well,
Minimized.
The thing came over from Japan.
Oh yeah. They're sleeping in tubes now. I heard. You know, that's crazy.
This one, I had one room with my co-driver, our truck drove.
Right.
And the co-driver, he was in the next room right next to me. And that's all it was. There was a bed, a single bed.
Uh-huh.
A shower was in one corner, and the toilet was right beside it. And there was a
Interesting.
sink, and that was it.
Yeah, I think that's good because, you know, like no monkey business is going to be happening, you know what I mean? And you turn the rooms over, you know, don't have this where people, I know some people live out of the hotel, it's cheaper than renting a house or whatever the deal is, and so many people. But I think that's more popular because it's easier to clean because you don't have this whole room. So it could be maybe cleaned out in 10, 15 minutes easily.
Yeah, and one of the previous persons that this thing, you know, I mean, all we did was took a shower and sleep like that.
Yeah, because it gets you out of the truck. You know, I mean, there's some people, it might be a small percentage that they're extended truck, they have their own bathroom maybe, but other than that, I almost worked for a guy that he was the owner of the company. What he did is he got rid of all his trucks and that were just regular day cabs. But his beating on his chest thing was, we pay for the hotel. But I tried to explain to him, I said, listen, that sounds good for the nice, I don't want to say lazy guy, that's great, but if you think about that, sometimes you don't know when you're going to park, so he'd give you a card and get a hotel. Now you got to find hotels that have truck parking, which is not all the time. And then what if it's a busy night and they're sold out? Now you can't get you don't have the option. So I try to convince him, hey, that's great, but could you get me a sleeper truck? He was, oh, no, because he figured out it was more profitable for him to do that route because number one, he was buying the trucks cheaper because no sleeper. Number two is since he was paying the hotel, he had that write-off. So he was writing that
Got a
off.
pretty good discount.
Yeah, he probably did. So you were a company driver and everything, but we butted heads. He was trying to convince me. I was trying to convince him. I'm like, it's a great program and stuff. He said his number one driver wanted to leave and stuff and wound up coming back or something. And then he loved that. But I'm like, to me, I'm more comfortable in my truck. I have everything I need right there. How I leave it, I find it. Now you got to pack up a bag. Bring it. What did you forget at the hotel room? Or what did you forget in the truck? Now you got to come back. It's not. For some people that would have loved it, but I just told him. I said, just have a bed there, and I would have considered working like that. But he was not going to change. He had 100+ trucks, and I wasn't going to be 101 with the sleeper.
I know when I was with Falcon Transport, that was one of their big things, and I started with them in '88.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of their big things was they gave you a motel room once a week
Right.
just to get out of the truck.
Right.
Just like something to look forward to. So we always would pick and choose. Like a lot of us stopped at G5 out there in Toledo.
Okay.
It was the old exit 5, and I don't remember what the mile marker is, 72 or something. We would get rooms there.
Yeah, I think I know. It was right next door to the truck stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. First floor.
And
Yeah.
a nice restaurant and a big pool lot.
Yeah.
But what we would
I stayed there once.
Well, what we would do is say you and I were running together and we were
Right.
friends.
Flip the room?
Yeah, we do a lot of like Detroit to Delaware and back again. So you got your room one night, but I stayed, maybe somebody else stayed.
Right.
We
That's
would maybe get 2-3 rooms a week just because
Because-
we shared,
right,
And that was nice because they had a nice restaurant there. Every day was something different. There'd be a
Wow,
Mexican
really nice.
buffet, Chinese buffet,
Really?
barbecue.
see that
bar.
they're not going to do that. They're if the closest thing they're going to do that is just have a little bit of different foods, like that. But the same old, nothing changes,
I'm glad I did it when I did it because like all the mod truck stops are gone.
I know.
I used to stop at so many like down south and that. I'd be here in my driving
Right.
to make sure I was getting there before they closed.
Wow.
Or dinner specials or something.
I get to go through Tucumcari a lot, and I'll just take the extra road to go through the main street just to see the places. A lot of them are shut down, and it kind of brings a tear to my eye because I don't remember that truck stop open. It's the one furthest out of town, but it had a big, 100,000 gallon tank and stuff of fuel you could see. And I looked and I said, man, how many people spent nights there? Hotel was there, eating there, getting fuel and everything. And all of a sudden, it's no longer because
You just can't compete with
No.
places. It amazes me. You're talking about truck stops.
right,
Over here at the 226, you got a Pilot, you got a Mr. Fuel right beside it.
Right.
They share the same road coming out to the left.
is there a TA there too or a Petro?
Petra.
Petro, okay,
They're all owned by the same company, Pilot.
right,
They all have different prices.
yeah.
Gasoline, everything is different. Mr. Fuel used to have a really nice
Right.
like where you could go and just pick out dinners that you wanted. They had like a
Okay.
buffet. They put it on a
Cellophane?
styrofoam
Yeah, I
thing.
remember the one in Indiana in Spiceland.
Yeah, well, I always like not a big meat eater, and I would always get a container and I get half macaroni and cheese and half
Right.
their baked beans. Their baked beans are really spicy.
Oh, okay.
And I'd mix it up and I'd eat that. That would be my dinner. And I loved that. As soon as Pilot bought it, no food,
Change, yeah.
that's gone. And they bought the Petro, and now I used to love that because
I know BP bought Petro and TA.
No, Pilot bought this one.
Really?
Yeah, because it's right across the street.
Are you serious? Because I know British Petroleum about a year or so, maybe 2 years ago, bought it all for like 4 billion, 3 or 4 billion, something like that.
I don't know, but they told me because I used to stop there and get the breakfast buffet, or they always had the salad bar.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Bar. January they put the hot buffet, and then like a month later they took out the salad bar. So all you got is the rest. They still have a sit-down restaurant, but it's a mere shadow of itself.
You ever go to the fuel deck of the fuel island? They have a grill there and stuff. As far as I know, it's been a few months, but they would have breakfast there. They'd also have pork chops, cook it fresh. A little pricey, but it was nice, different if you had to eat and run, and you didn't have.
McDonald's breakfast,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He just had another scan,
Yeah, I used to. I don't know. I liked my time on the road because I would only like when we would haul to Blytheville, we'd load like early afternoon to early evening.
Right.
And we'd run straight down here to Tennessee. I mean, we'd go down to Ohio, we'd stop somewhere in Kentucky to get some meat, and then we'd keep on going. I always tried, one of my neighbors, him and I were good friends, his wife and my boyfriend, we were all good friends.
Right.
So we kind of ran together, and his wife always said, I like it when you run with Mark because he actually works.
Oh my God.
Mark always would be like, if you say like, what time you plan on getting up? He'd be like, not like that, getting up at the crack of dawn. You know?
Sure.
But then, like I said, we'd go to that motel room, and the first thing he did was he went to sleep. I was always in the pool. I loved the pool. And then I'd work out at the gym. I'd come in and I'd take a shower. We'd go get something to eat.
Right.
And maybe I'd take a nap for a little bit, and then we'd wander over to the middle about 9 o'clock, throw our straps over the pipe, and then do the same thing. 10 hours back up here. It
Wow.
always amazed me. We took pipe down and we brought pipe back. Yeah.
Did they do something to the pipe that it was down there?
The
Or
pipe we took down was very small.
Small.
It was for
electrical?
no, it was for like sprinklers.
Okay, gotcha.
And the pipe we brought back was bigger, like for oil drilling and stuff,
Okay,
water
okay.
and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
But it was just kind of funny because at the time, the Shenango Valley here was the pipe capital of the United States.
Really?
And I just couldn't believe that we were bringing it back up somewhere between like Worcester, south of Akron, to Indiana, PA, which is, I don't know, about 30 miles east of my house. So you were still within like a 30-mile deadhead to get your next load, you know. But that was a nice, easy run, and I'd just take a day off and I'd do it again, you know. And I liked that because I had my little stops along the way.
Right.
But there was a place, it was an old 76 when you got into Kentucky.
Okay.
We stopped there one time because it was hot, we were sweating. I said, I need a shower before I lay down. Guy goes, we got 2 showers, and he had keys, and he goes, this one has a mirror, and this one has a chair. And I go, what? There was no toilet, yet you used the one in the restroom.
Oh my
But
God.
they were very small and just had like a 36-inch shower
Right.
and a sink. And the one, like you said, it didn't have a mirror, and the one had a chair. And I said,
You had to choose between who was shaving and.
yeah, Mark goes, well, I need the mirror to shave. He says, I don't think you need a mirror to shave.
Wow.
I said, okay. And I said, I'd rather put my stuff on a sink.
Sure,
you know.
instead of, yeah.
But they did have pools and that, but it was just kind of funny. We stopped there, we laughed about that, all the way through Tennessee. I said, how expensive is a mirror and a used chair? You can go to like Goodwill and get a chair.
True, or get it off of Craigslist or something, if they had it back then. That's interesting. I used to pull a lot of like glass jars and stuff. So there was, I think, one factory here in Pennsylvania somewhere. We'd pick up the empty jars, they just made them, and we'd go to Kentucky, and drop it off at the ragu sauce place, then they would fill them up. We do a drop and hook, but they would fill them up with the sauce, and then we take them out of there and go deliver. So we had a in and out the same shipper and receiver.
Yeah, that was always nice to do that. I had to keep track of my time. I got to
Oh,
be
yeah.
there before 5 or they'll shut
Okay.
the gate.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was
Yeah, be
only
careful.
Like 5 miles from Redmond.
Okay. Yeah, I tend to talk a lot,
Well, yeah, and I needed something to pass the time. Like I said,
Right.
I left the first time when I saw there was like 25 trucks. And I'm like, I'm not used to waiting. I'm used to getting loaded, going where I need to go,
Sure.
get unloaded.
Too bad you couldn't drop the trailer and then they load you.
Yeah, no, because you have to drop it in the dock. It's an inside.
Oh, I
it's an
got you.
inside
Right,
dock.
right.
But it was just, I pulled across the scale and everyone stopped because there was trucks coming in behind me. I just looked around and came
Right,
back out.
right.
And this time, I was like, what are they giving away at 468? He goes, I don't know. He says, but everybody's saying they've been here 2.5 hours to get loaded. And like I said, we're used to,
Right.
know.
Well, probably because the holiday, today's Tuesday and you got Thanksgiving on Thursday, so they're probably getting a load to get home or.
Well,
Or
a
be
lot of
home
that is
under a
still
load.
regional, but
Oh.
they don't, it's finished material and they don't want to sit on the truck over the weekend.
Oh,
we
so
probably
they're gonna
might
have to
tomorrow.
deliver.
And the mill's closed Thursday and Friday. And being in PA, they might not even ship a whole lot because it's the first year they have deer season. Right?
Really?
Oh yeah, it's a big
Okay,
deal up
interesting.
here. They
Uh-huh.
don't have school, nothing, everything's closed. So, I don't know, it probably won't work till like, but that's good, because yesterday I had too many close calls. I only went like 10 miles, and yet it was all like crisscrossing across the interstate here, and people were coming off, cutting off, and passing, and all of a sudden there's your exit. They went, they hate it.
Wow.
Like I said, I don't have the edge now that I used to have. I would just as soon run over somebody as try to avoid.
Yeah, I just came from near Boston all the way back, so I went up there and back, and it just the traffic at a certain time, I just had to stop. I didn't want to waste my time just creeping up and stuff. So I took about an hour or two off, and it was a lot better. Very little, and it worked out. Yeah, because you got to fight the traffic. You're not saving any time. You're just beating yourself up.
That's what I used to tell people about, like the newer people back in construction, or even in the winter time. If you're gonna we get a lot of people. We don't get as much snow up here as we used to, but if you're in snow, you're gonna pulling over, letting the plows get out.
Sure. Time to slow your roll. I had one guy I worked for where he was telling me, no, keep it going, keep it. Even if you got to drive slow, just keep it moving, keep it. And I understand that theory, but it's not. Let you wait 12 hours, and by the time they plow everything or the traffic alone going on it, will clear it up. Yeah. Sure. I remember going through near Baltimore, Washington, and I missed the snow by about a day or so, and it was 4 feet high, and you could see the plow marks, on the highway, the mounds, but they plowed it, so it made it a lot easier to get through there.
Oh, yeah. I used to go across 80 a lot. I had a run when I was pulling a van, and it was a relay, and it came like out of Kentucky, and our terminal was right up here, the first exit in PA. And we would relay there, which at that point I was only like 4 miles from home, so they let me know it was almost here, and that way I could just stay at home until the very last minute. So I'd always make sure my truck was ready to go, so I didn't have to fuel or anything.
Sure.
And we went up to Tarrytown, New York, just north of the
Oh
city.
yeah, of course, yeah.
And there was a lot of times the snow was really bad, and I'd pull over at all my spots, my favorite spots.
Right.
If I was going to pull over for an hour or two, which is about all we could really afford with that just-in-time freight. But it made a difference. Just getting away
A
from
little
it
bit,
for
sure. Shutting down and relax, Even if you don't fully fall asleep, you just
Yeah.
close your eyes, rest, and your mind's not working.
I was a trainer, and once a month they had safety meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dinner hour.
it was always held at the Holiday Inn Recycle Terminal, and they had this massive breakfast buffet, and I'm like, oh, I'm showing up for that.
Right.
You know, it's only an hour or two out of my time, and
Right.
I can eat another buffet.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we were to have once a year a trainer meeting where the insurance people came in. And different
Really?
things.
Okay, okay.
They did all their little talks, and we said something, and all the bigger guys would come, like the head dispatcher, the supervisor, one or two of the owners. They'd always be there for a few hours to talk to the drivers, hear what was going on in that. And
Doing anything okay?
it was kind of funny because we said, you know, our biggest problem sometimes is our dispatchers.
Right.
We had one dispatcher who was out of the country. He was here in Youngstown, but he did the Franklin thing. So we had a lot of
Okay.
Franklin out there. He had been a driver, and he was the best dispatcher we had. Like if you were going someplace new for the first time, he'd make sure you got there so you could sight side in, not be stuck.
He gave you all the inside information. Right, right,
Best
right.
roads to take and everything. And he was great. And we got on them so much about the dispatchers that they made the dispatchers go out with a senior driver
Drivers.
for 2 weeks.
Right. And
And I'll
then,
never forget, we used to, right outside of Philadelphia, we lived in Fort and it was a rough neighborhood. It was really rough.
uh-huh.
And one day, on one of my general freight things, I went and picked up windows.
What'd you pick up?
Windows.
Windows,
They
okay.
had to be hand loaded. And dispatch called and said, hey, I got a driver that's not that far away, and she can be there. You know, the time to close. The guy says, tell her to come. We'll wait until she gets here. So I got in there, and it was hand load. There was
Hand
like
load.
3 guys in there just walking these
Wow.
things. They were big, they were standing up. And they were the nicest place. And the guy told me how to get out of there. And once I got into where the Ford place was, I knew where I was. You know, I instantly, because my truck would just take me back home.
Right.
And it was kind of funny because the dispatcher, he had just come from, that was his area. And that's what they made him do. is
So
go
he
up
knew
the
it like the
area.
back of his hand, and he gave you the inside information.
Well, it was kind of funny because he knew that was not a great part of time. And he goes, I said, yeah, I said, it wasn't bad. And I said, when I got to the bud company, I said, I felt like I was at him. And he goes, oh my God. He said, it was near the bud company. He said, I should have never sent you there. And I said, you know, until you did that ride around with the driver, I said, you'd have never known that was the best thing to do.
Wow, wow.
So, but it made him think a little bit about, you know, on the map, you know, Youngstown, Wilmington, Delaware is that far.
Right.
But in reality, it's a good 6.5, 7 hours if you're just trucking straight through. And it made him think about it, you know, a little bit better. I said the worst thing was, the only bad thing was, is they were doing it during the summer. I said, you should have done it during the winter. 1 week in the summer.
So then you would
1
know.
week in the
Yeah,
winter.
yeah, makes sense, because you'll see the delays and the tough finding parking and that kind of stuff.
And that hypnotizing snow and all that other stuff, deer on the road on 80. Yeah, that would have been the best thing. But it really opened your eyes, you know. And I really admired our company. Unfortunately, they went out of business during COVID.
Oh, man.
And they were a great company out there. Why?
They didn't downsize or something, you know?
Well, they got bought out by a hedge fund. All
Oh,
the original people
Right.
retired, and they just, the younger people, the heirs, I guess you'd say,
right.
sold it to this hedge fund company, and that's all they did was run it and grind. Kept on pocketing all the money.
Right, 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 right. Yep,
That was
yep.
kind of sad, but it was,
Sounds like a Danny DeVito movie.
you know what, that company was so great to work for, I wouldn't still be doing it today, 36 years later, if I wouldn't have started with them.
Interesting,
They made
interesting.
it good, being that we had vans 13.6.
Yes.
They made sure we had perfect directions. And if you find a way to get somewhere better, and you send them the directions back. They posted it in this little booklet, so all the places we went to on a regular basis,
Right.
they updated that like every couple
That's
months.
nice.
They give you like $20, which
Wow.
isn't much, but
Sure, it lets you, hey, you know,
how can I do
they
this?
compensated you for your input.
Yeah. So I said I probably wouldn't still be doing it if I hadn't worked here. But I just couldn't get a van and I'm saying we get auto parts, so I don't think I can ever help it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to sit. I'll go to Cleveland once in a while, and there's a place called Great Lakes Refrigeration here.
Okay.
And every now and then you'll see a truck that stands on it. It's purple, it's lime green or something. And I'll go out, deliver, reload, come back. 3-4 hours later, he's still sitting there, you know. I'm like, oh, I remember this.
Yeah. I remember sometimes, because I used to drive reefer, waiting that whole day. If you were at the slaughterhouse, whichever one you were, you had to clean your trailer, you know, wash it, fuel it up, drop it, and then they slaughter your order basically, you know, and then load it up, and they videotape it getting loaded this way. There was less chance of shortages when you unloaded and that, but they always loaded you heavy. Then sometimes you had a problem if you were going, say, like into California. You couldn't fix it. You'd have to go back. They'd have to break the seal, take some pallets or some weight off, you know. So it was a pain in the butt, you know.
Like I said, I enjoy what I do now, or I wouldn't be still doing it. I'm way old enough to retire, so.
Wow. But you still like, you know, you got to figure it out, you know.
Yeah, and I take time off when I want to. I shut down on my own, and the company doesn't bug me about it because I do stupid stuff like this where anybody else would be, I can't wait, but I know it's the end of the month, it's the day before the holidays. Like I said, they'll maybe ship a little bit tomorrow, but they don't want to know that prime steel was maybe sitting on an elevator.
No, of course.
Isn't right.
Sure, because, hey, sometimes they salt the roads and stuff, and that stuff can get maybe under the tarp and stuff. I don't know if you know, but the TA in Petro, they got a turkey dinner for Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's like $20. It's all you can eat and stuff. So if it works out for you, I used to go to Golden Corral or something if I was on the road, but that's not bad for $20. You know.
I don't know how old you are, but we have a Golden Corral up here.
Oh yeah.
And between 1 and 3.
Oh, they got the senior thing. I would get it. I'm actually gonna be 57, but I'll get that discount when I go. Yeah. Yeah. I used to go there when I was still local. You know, I just came back on the road about 6 months ago.
There's no place. Well, there's.
I'd go for lunch, and it costs you like $12 with a soda. And then if you hang around, you get into the dinner, and I get the steak. Yep, so we're on the same page with that one.
It used to be 2 to 4, because then at 4 o'clock you changed dinner, but then the guy realized everybody's pulling in at 3:30.
So they did it till 1 to 3. Right.
A lot of people still sit there, and I said, why didn't you change the hours? And he said, well, I think we were losing out on people that
run late,
And I said, oh my God, yeah. I said, you bought a parking lot at 3:30. I said, all these old people are coming in here on 2 wheels.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
And here I am too.
Well, I did the same thing, so.
Well, you know what? A long time ago, they would ask, are there any seniors in your party or any senior people? They weren't allowed to do that because it was an age thing.
Right.
Age discrimination or whatever.
Okay, interesting.
You know, if somebody asked me if I was a senior or any seniors, it didn't bother me to say yes or no. But when I turned 59 and they were still asking that, I thought, you know what? I'm going to start saying yes.
Yes, I got
But now
you.
they don't even ask. You just say senior, and you get that. It's $12.70, and that's the whole buffet, your drink. And your
Definitely, that's something. I signed up for AARP, and I get like, I think 15% off Denny's, so that works out pretty good.
Yeah, because there's a lot of truck
Yeah,
stops.
because you could park the truck and eat there. There's not a lot of places something like that you can access with the truck. So
Yeah.
I save a ton with it. It cost me $10 for the whole year.
This
And
place had the best buffet.
oh, here?
Oh, yes. I've been coming here ever since I started driving trucks. Like I said, our terminal was right here.
Mhm.
And that was before we had any of the luxuries of like the ATM, the Mac machine and all that. So we cashed a check here. They give us a, like a check, say for $100. If
Right.
we were going to Chicago, pay
Right.
the tolls.
Hmm.
And before all the easy pass and everything. So then they would cash our checks here, and we would always be here. And then plus I only lived at the first exit. I was SBA. Now I live further north. I've been coming here for. I started in November of '88, so.
Oh my
that's about how
goodness.
long
I didn't start driving over the road till like '05, you know. But I remember they used to have a special, something to do with a card or something that would give you a coupon
Yeah.
or something, like a Queen of Hearts or whatever it was
Yeah.
gonna pick. And it was like a big jackpot or something.
Yeah.
Did they stop doing that? Because I don't see
I
it.
don't know what happened to that, but a lot of places had that, and then.
Did they figure it illegal or something?
Big deal about it. Something went wrong.
Right, okay.
And there was like lawsuits and that. I don't know if somebody didn't claim it right away or whatever. and it
Right,
went
like you
on.
had to be here, or if you weren't here, you didn't get the whole thing or something like that, I remember.
And there was a big
Interesting.
deal about it. I don't remember exactly.
It made it interesting, you know?
The bars around here, a lot of places used to have it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it was a big deal.
This is one of the last, I'll call it a mom and pop. Would you consider this a mom and pop?
Oh,
Yeah, I would too.
There's more. There's one on 90 and there's one in Hamilton.
I know that they opened up one, it's a few years now, a new one, about 10, 15 miles away or something,
Oh, yeah.
you know, but I think it's just fuel, right? I haven't gone in that
They
one.
have food there. But
Oh, they
it's
do?
a Burger King, a
Uh-huh.
chicken place. and
Yeah,
it
they went
just-
away from what they got here like
Yeah.
this, you know, changing with the times and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I stop there every now and then to get fuel or something, but that's because I delivered this time.
Right, right. So curious is like how you gonna just keep driving, or you planning on retiring, or what? You know, because I know sometimes you retire, you rust, and you know,
Yeah.
and you don't want that to happen. Then
That's
things
my
start going
theory.
south.
I don't know. I always said if they, I've reached a point where I will work until I don't want to work,
Right.
but something tells me that I have to quit, like.
Issues or
if I have a
something.
heart issue,
Oh, you mean
whatever,
health issue?
I said I would probably need therapy because
Yeah.
I want to step out of it on my own.
No, I know.
I don't know. I'm slowly becoming one of the oldest people.
Gotcha. Well, I love talking with you. I know you got to get going. I'm John, by the way.
I'm Shirley.
Shirley, nice to meet you. And I want you to be safe out there, and I want you to enjoy the Thanksgiving wherever you do spend it. And just interesting.
It's supposed to maybe get a little dicey around here, so that's just as
Yeah, they said it's coming in, so I'm waiting for a next load. So I went deadhead. I don't know if you heard me earlier, from Boston all the way over here.
So apparently in Hubbard here, it's supposed to get like a foot of snow on Thanksgiving Day, by the way.
Oh, really?
That's what it says in my forecast about Hubbard.
Your forecast?
Yeah, and here near this is Hubbard, so it's
Okay,
like
yeah.
they're saying it's supposed to get a foot of snow on Thanksgiving Day here.
I knew they didn't want to say, the last time I watched it, they didn't want to say because it was in that, it could be rain.
Limbo, yeah.
Well, they were saying
Is
it's
it
a foot of
the
snow.
West Coast storm coming this way? The one
I
about a
don't
few
know.
days
I
ago
didn't
in
check weather
Cali?
recently, but I know there was an earthquake last Sunday. There was an earthquake in Youngstown.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it was a small earthquake, but tore the roads up. So.
Wow.
You guys have a good night. I gotta go.
Shirley, you have a good night. Please be safe. God bless.
I could spend a couple more days at home. But then I started watching the weather. One system's going off, one is chasing me. And I thought, you know, I want to go like this is good. And, you know, I don't have to wake up Friday morning in the book.